In the previous section, we saw how we could discover all kinds of mistakes by simply plotting the arcs of a particular fixed point on the character throughout the scene. And that's why the head is a good choice. Also, the center of mass of the body would be a good choice, rather than the feet or the limbs, because they flail around quite a bit. So this has determined that we need to make some adjustments to the timing and the spacing of the keys. So let's do that right now. And let's start by fixing the numbers on the timing charts. That will really simplify things. So I'm going to follow these numbers here to correct these numbers on the top right of the screen. So the first one to fix, I think frame 13 was fine. Just got the eraser tool, and let's pick a nice size. And I'm just going to worry about any numbers following that. All the numbers following on are basically defunct. So let's just go through and get rid of all of them first. I prefer to start with perfection and work down than to work up from chaos. And all these numbers will just serve to confuse us. They were our first pass, easily removed. Okay, and now let's go back and correct them. And we want, let's see, a black number, smallest brush, pressure sensitivity on. And I'm not going to worry about this number here because that number does not correspond with what we want to see. So our first keyframe will be 1, this is correct. Our second keyframe will be 13, that's correct. Our next keyframe, and I'm following along the arc here, should be number 19. And the next will be 23. And the next is 25. Following that is 31. Then 37. Then 41. Then 45. And finally 57. There we go. So now we just rearrange these on the timeline to match according to these numbers. So this one should be on number 19. It's on 17, so I'll add 2 frames. This one should be on 23, it is. 25 is correct. 31 is correct, and I'm comparing this number here with this number here. 37 is a little bit out, so it's currently on 35. Let's pad that 2 frames. So now 37 happens on 37. 41 happens on 41, correct. 45 is correct. And 55 is too short. So this says 57. I'm seeing 55 down here. So let's add 2. And now we'll just extend this nice little graphic that I created. So we're all nicely lined up. And now we have our charts corrected. And just to be picky about it, I'm going to complete these numbers. So this is 13, and it's moving into, let me hide the figure, 19 will be the next one. And you notice too, I added a frame here, so let's add the frame there. And the next one is 19, moving into 23. And from 23, we go to 25, 23, and I'm checking from here to here in case any mistakes creep in. Very easy to do, we're fine. The next one is 25, with 2 in-betweens leading into 31. The next keyframe is 31, and we need to add, remember, we added a frame there. We simply record that on the timing chart. And the next key from 31 is 37, as you can see here, 31 to 37. We're working into 41, and from 41 into 45, and finally from 45 into 57. And notice as well, I added a frame here. It's a 1/3 favor, just to let us feel that point at the bottom of the jump. Okay, we have corrected the timing charts. Take your time when you're doing this on your own scenes. It can certainly be confusing. If you feel at any point you're getting lost, just back off and then slow down, take a deep breath. And remember, the main thing is that this number here corresponds with the numbers you're seeing on your arc plot, and it corresponds with this number down here. And the rest is simply being meticulous and checking to make sure that the little tick marks on your arc plot correspond with the timing charts on the top right. With that, we're ready to move on.